Greetings everyone, and thank you for listening to us. Just to be clear, this podcast will be handling a story with some very mature themes, such as drug abuse, occultism, cruelty, extreme violence, foul language and others. Please, if you do not feel ready to listen to such content, consider listening to some of our other shows instead. Thank you. Greetings to all who listened to episode 7 of our test season of Vampire the Requiem. My name is Andrei Androv, and I will be your storyteller for today. This is Vladimir Simionov, who plays the kindred Vladimira. Shall we go?
Yes.
Let's go. Another day disturbed by a dream for Vladimira. In that dream, you watch the burning light of the sun embrace everything around you. You are safe, protected by the shadows of the building from which you watch. Your sire is not. You watch with terror as her corpse crumbles to dust. The chains that kept her from escape now dangle empty against the wind. You hear a familiar voice next to you. It is a pity that your sire had to end like this, young Marietta. But you have to understand, even for monsters like us, the traditions are absolute. Vesta Marinova watches you carefully, awaiting to see a reaction.
I'm gonna miss that old hag.
She nods. She would be greatly missed, yes, but I am sure that in time you will manage to fulfill her role perfectly well. You have shown great signs of rebellion, and that is a must for you to take the mantle and the function that she had within the circle. Next to her is another kindred. One that looks somewhat familiar to you, but you're not sure exactly from where. Who says, I don't see the point of you encouraging even more breaches, Mother Vesta. And she playfully responds, Now, Sasha. You know how to play by the rules. She knows how to break them. It's just part of the balance. You're both going to understand with time. Is there anything that you want to do within this dream? You feel like you have a little bit more control than the previous nights.
Can I take a good look at Sasha?
Yes. She has the body of a young woman, just like you, early 20s, you would say. She has one of those strange postures where she is too stuck up, way too serious in her demeanor. She gives you the vibe of a very loyal dog, by the way she looks at Mother Vesta.
I see, yeah.
There's also something bestial within her, she seems to be more in touch with the bestial side of kindred. Take that as you will.
Okay.
There is just raw ferocity in her eyes.
Do I recognize the building?
This is an old wooden house somewhere outside of the city, surrounded by trees.
Okay. Have I, as Vladimira, ever been to such a house? Or is it completely unrecognizable?
Have you ever been hiking?
I don't think so, no.
Then no.
Okay. Very well. So I'll let the dream play itself out.
Okay, well, as you take a look around the building, your body feels tired. After all, in this memory, you have managed to suppress the need to sleep in order to watch the execution of your sire. But still, the sunlight is too strong and beacons your undead body to return to its natural state. You allow the darkness to embrace you, and then you wake up.
I stretch
Yep.
theatrically.
You lose a point of vita.
That I do, yeah. And I look to Marietta.
So, you're the first to wake up tonight. Inside the basement of the Crown House, your sire sleeps on the altar, while the body of Vrajden is tossed in the corner, a wooden spike sticking out of his chest. The house is still silent.
So we're in the basement right now.
Yes, you fell asleep in the basement with your back against the altar
yeah.
on which Marietta sleeps.
Okay, I will go up the stairs to the ground floor, see if there's anybody there.
Both the rooms of the two matron crones are locked, and there is no music coming from Stitch's room.
I see.
You notice from the windows that actually it is still sunset. There is the light of day on the outside. You have awakened much earlier than previous nights.
Then what I'll do is I'm going to get the book Mother Siva gave me. I'm going to take it downstairs and I'm just going to read while I wait for Marietta to wake up.
Remind me, was that the book of traditions of witchery?
Yes,
That was during the previous few centuries, right?
that's the one.
Roll me a code plus...
Intelligence.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. 2 successes.
2 successes from 3 dice. Okay, we're starting well tonight. Since the book already has a lot of notes marked up, you very quickly managed to find a very huge chunk of information that you seem to take an interest of. There is speech about the clans of witches, where you see the names of both Ventru and Mehet, which in this book are described as gypsy slash witch clans of nomads and so on and so on, which were considered to be dream walkers and had the ability to access memories, both future and past. And that they were very revered. Revered? Yeah, revered, yeah. In the Gypsy and the occult societies, including you read about in pursuit of creating the perfect dream walker, they've been abducting children from different ethnicities in the Balkans in order to mix and match the blood and create the perfect oracle.
Well, that kind of shook me. Abducting children and all that. Is there any mention of the Circle of the Crown specifically in this book, or is it just witches as a whole entity?
Yeah, in the book there are mentions of not only the crown, but the crown goddess or the crown mother, as she is called, which seems to be divinity that has fallen from grace centuries ago from an unknown pantheon that these clans seem to revere and to worship.
I see. Okay, well, I'm going to keep reading the book until Marietta wakes up.
So you read a little bit more as Marietta actually wakes up in convulsions. And you know how when people wake up, sometimes they try to finish their conversation they had in the dream, like saying, no, please don't, or something like that. And for a moment you see her veins becoming black again, the same way they had last night when she was reawakened from her torpor. But that's only for a brief moment, and it almost feels like you just had a delusion of some sort. She realizes where she's at and says, Vladimira, how many days have passed? Oh, my head. And then she seems to remember, oh, you woke me up already. Was this last night?
I believe so, unless I have slept for more than one night.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is so different. I think I had a dream.
Really?
Yes.
Wasn't this supposed to be something extremely rare?
I've never ever had something like this before.
How did it feel?
It feels nostalgic, but not in the good way. This painfully reminds me of of times before I was embraced.
I poke her in the ribs. Do you even remember the times when you were not embraced?
Sadly, yes. This is one of the few times you see her very serious. Please, can you give me a moment? Actually, no, sorry. I need to get to my room. And
I help her up.
yeah, she definitely feels weakened as you go up the stairs and let her enter her room. And she says, "I'll join you briefly. Please don't allow us teacher Mother Siva to do anything to Vrajdan."
I don't think he's going anywhere. I mean, they've already dealt with him.
Sadly, yes. And she disappears into her room. With that, you hear the other two crones in the house are starting to awaken. Stitch, at least, because you can hear automatically the music starting to blast downstairs.
Well,
No idea how Mother Siva honestly puts up with.
Maybe she has earbuds.
Yeah, maybe. Although I mean, your vampiric senses are enhanced quite a lot.
Maybe she has very enhanced earbuds.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to wait in the living room for Mariette to freshen up.
So actually, the three of them kind of emerge at the same time. And they have a brief chat of how do you feel, Marietta? Are there any side effects of your awakening? And Marietta says, "Oh, yeah, there have been some strange occurrences. For example, dreams, with which, Siva raises her brow and says, so both mother and daughter, so both sire and child are now experiencing dreams. This is very peculiar, and something that we may take as a sign, a gift from the goddess. In the wake of war, to receive not one but two acolytes with the capability of being oracles."
Hold on. Who ever said anything about being an oracle?
Siva seems very how should I say?
Very casual about it?
Yeah, very casual about the great things that happen in these days. Even as she speaks about the war, she's like, yeah, in the wake of war, it is a great gift from the mother goddess, and we should use that. You get a bit of Don Corleone vibes, gender bent Don Corleone. Let's go from her. And she says, the kindred who are known to dream have always taken an important role within not only the circle, but within the Knight Society in general. They have been powerful advisors to many princes, or powerful schemers against such authority figures. I can somewhat see how Marietta has gained the ability to dream after consuming the blood of Vesta, who was known to be able to be sensitive about her dreams and the dreams of others. This ingestion may have changed the blood wine of Marietta. But what is peculiar is that you had not drunk from that blood. And even before this incident, you had already reported to us that you had dreams. And Marietta actually hears this for the first time and says, "What? Vladimira dreams as well? Since when?"
Well, I guess a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
actually.
it's quite recent. I don't know, I just thought that's something every young girl went through when she became undead.
Oh, no, definitely not. Definitely not. Stitch seems very, not unsure, but nastier word.
Apprehensive?
Yeah, apprehensive and somehow disgusted, or maybe like unsure, untrustworthy, something like untrustful. She says, yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. It's very hard to explain this, and I don't like when things cannot be explained.
I look to the eldest matron. Mother Siva, is there a way for me to harness this power? To conjure it up at will, instead of waiting and hoping for a dream?
You're asking the right questions, young Vladimir. This is something that more attention to would be given after your initiation. But yes, there are ways, and there are disciplines, devotions that we can teach you. I have kept the scriptures to train the next generation of oracles for quite a while, and I was almost giving up to the idea that a new oracle would be born in this age where magic is not believed in. But I'm glad that they will become useful to both you and your sir. Marietta doesn't seem very happy about this new potential promotion of sorts for her. She says, as if my life wasn't complicated enough without dreams.
Well, it might just be temporary until Vesta's blood mixes with Vesta's vitae mixes with yours.
Oh, I think the more it mixes with mine, the more bad things are going to become.
Oh no.
The one thing that I don't want to start to experience is to start to understand how she thought. She was a strange kindred by all standards. Anyways, tell me about your dreams, Vladimira.
Oh, the usual. I look to Siva questioningly, as if to ask, should I tell her?
Go on, child.
Just as you dream. Like, I saw your initiation through your point of view. I was you watching your sire burn in the sunlight. That type of stuff.
Yeah, she definitely looks like someone who likes to keep the room locked, like Stitch. Not very happy about this sensitive information being leaked out in such a strange way. And she says, oh well, I did not want you to learn about these things in this way, but I guess there is no going back now.
It happens.
Anyways, Marietta says, I think there is another important thing that we need to discuss, and that is Vrajden. As I said yesterday, I do not appreciate how we have handled the situation. Vrajden needs to be our ally, and we need to show him that he made the right choice. Staking him in the heart is hardly showing him that he made the right choice. Sometimes fear is enough of a motivator, says Mother Siva. And Stitch seems to agree.
Like a loyal dog.
Yeah, do you have an opinion on this?
Well, I mean, the stake through the heart was almost as much for his safety as it was a punishment. If he is to be believed, that was the first time he succumbed to the beast. I think he needed a few days to cool off, at the very least.
Well, that's the thing. Inside this torpor, he is going to be reliving that moment again and again. I don't think this is going to lead to anything useful. If you two allow me, she speaks to the other matrons, I want to remove the stake from Vrajden and have a diplomatic discussion my way with him.
Well, as long as we are present for the diplomatic discussion. Oh wait, that's beyond my authority to speak.
Do you still want to say it, or?
I am going to say it as long as I'm there to.
Yeah. You do get a strange look from Mother Siva in the sense of why is the child speaking against the sir? But she doesn't say anything. Marietta actually says, yes, it might be a good idea for Vladimir to observe, but I would highly appreciate if Mother Siva and Stitch trust me on this one and are not present. Very well, says Siva. I trust in your role and in your abilities, but
the most impudent child
will be nearby. In the meantime, Stitch, I am planning on speeding up the initiation of young Vladimira. She has shown great dedication, especially after recovering the skull of Nikifor and Vestas blood. It might be a good idea for you to start contacting most of the Crones while I have a personal meeting with the ones that are harder to reach. Would you mind calling Radost for me? And Stitch nods and leaves for her room. Mother Siva makes a bow to you two and also leaves towards her room. And it's you and Marietta again. Do you want to tell her something before the two of you head down to the basement?
I don't think I'm ready to be an oracle. I mean, I'm barely an intern in this place.
She puts a gentle hand on your shoulder and says, do not worry about that yet. Training for an oracle takes years of practice. It will come with time. Right now, we definitely do not need to worry about this. Instead, we need to think of how to handle Vrajdan. Okay. Ready?
Ready whenever you are.
She heads down and she removes the stake from the heart, and almost immediately the body of Vrajdan from a corpse regains cover and regains mass as he continues as if he was in the middle of a sentence. As he says, "I'm sorry, Great Mother. I'm sorry. What's going on? Marietta, you're awake. How much time has it been?"
It's been 7 years since we last met.
Romeo subterfuge with, I don't know, 3 dice advantage or whatever.
Wits?
Wits plus no, manipulation plus subterfuge.
Okay.
I don't know, wits. Give me wits, yeah.
That's 7 dice.
7 years, 7 days.
2 successes.
2 successes. 7 years. No, and
I start giggling.
yeah. Before he collapses into an existential crisis, Marietta tells him she's messing with you. It's been only a few days. Oh, Marietta, I'm so sorry. I did not. Oh, do not worry, Vrajdan. I completely understand how you must feel. I'm terribly sorry of how you were treated. You have to understand, our ways are sometimes quite harsh. Our sect has inherited a lot of gangrel traditions in solving our problems, for better or worse. But I want you to know that you're not guilty in anything. All is well, I promise you. I will keep you safe. So tell me, what did you see in those letters? The letters. Oh yes, it was all because of the letters. There were inconsistencies, and he actually reaches for his pockets, where the letters, I guess, still are, because nobody bothered to take them. Yeah, nobody speaks Old Ventru, so there was no point in recovering them. Better to keep them with the translating machine, you know. Yeah, there were inconsistencies, and I'm sure that I've written these letters myself. This means that someone has changed my memories afterwards. Tell me, Marietta, do you remember the name of the prince who ruled Sofia during the 90s? And Marietta scoffs like, of course I remember. His name was, I don't know. Who was the prince in the 90s? Didn't he disappear? And he says, yes, he disappeared, but how come I, a historian, and you, someone who were very involved in the politics in the 90s, both don't remember the name of the prince?
Well, I mean, the 90s were a wild time.
Well, they surely were. These letters describe the reorganization of power after the wall fell, and how the first cracks of rebellion were starting to show.
Wait, which wall?
The war in Germany.
Ah, the Berlin Wall.
The Berlin Wall,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
After the regime changed well, here it's written the prince. But it has no name. I've never thought that I might not remember it. The prince has attempted to keep his control. He already had united all the kindred in Bulgaria under his rule, and he repelled the kindred from the Soviet Union, who were trying to keep their control after the fall of the regime. He did this by collecting all of the 9 teeth, or 8 of them at least, for the primogen of Kwan Gangrel refused to give one of those teeth to him, and he escaped from Sofia. The other 8 teeth were all gathered by the prince and were kept safely by his notary, Tarnov. Tarnov was a notary? Why I don't remember that? I too don't remember such thing. And I'm very sure that Tarnov, although strong in the ability to dominate, is not strong enough to mess with both mine and your memories. Which means someone else has done this manipulation. One tooth has been given to the circle, and one tooth has been given to the one care, or whatever. One to the Roll2Role, which disappeared shortly after. One was given to the primogen of Kwan Deva, who you know as Dharma, and one was given to Kwan Mehet as well.
Oh, fuck.
The rest were kept by Tarnov, and this is how the prince was planning to keep his power and control. Of course, the Roll2Role disappeared shortly after. Here I mention about other notes of rebellion that I completely do not remember they have occurred. So whatever has happened during that period of time, it has changed quite a lot. I've never encountered a kindred who has spoken about these things, and many of the ones I know have been there, which means this is a mass mind manipulation of some sort. Is your circle even capable of such thing? Marietta stops to ponder for a moment. I wouldn't say so. Mind manipulation is specifically forte of our Kwan, and there were not many went through in that period. Even my sire was not. My sire was not at all adept in the ability of manipulation, so it couldn't be her.
I look at Marietta and I ask, could this be Vestas doing?
It's hard to ignore that as a possibility, although we're not sure how exactly she would be able to do that. She does mess with the minds of people, but in such way, I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna mess with her mind someday.
If that's the case, we might be playing against an even more difficult enemy than we thought. And for her to ally with Tarnov, this makes things much more complicated. We always knew he was a sly fox, but for him to be the previous notary, and nobody to bat an eye on that. Damn it.
But do you think this manipulation was targeted towards Ventur only?
No, I don't think so. I do have friends and connections in the other clans. Nobody seems to remember. Of course, it's not often that we get to talk about the previous prince, but I would have noticed an inconsistency. Someone would have eventually made a slip up or anything like that. For them to not speak about it is if they truly don't remember. Whoever this previous prince was, maybe him, maybe his ability. Here it also says that his child was Rosa Maria, the current sheriff of the Invictus. Yes, she's a particularly bothersome one, although her ability to control the mind is existent, yes, but I wouldn't say I wouldn't say she has shown any expertise in it. Not in that way. And Vrajan says, well, how often do you show expertise in your disciplines? We went to operate in the way to surprise our enemies by letting them underestimate us. I would suggest, well, I don't think it's my place to suggest. No, go on. Speak up. If you can somehow learn from her what the situation with the missing Sar is, or anything about this mind manipulation, maybe that can be a lead towards the rest of the teeth. But regarding this is as much as I can help you with my current resources, that is. If I manage to get access to my full archive, which is in the National History Museum, which is out of neo-sofia's borders, I might be able to help more.
I am not burglarizing another museum, I swear to the goddess.
She smirks by you saying swear to the goddess. And she says, yeah, for now this is enough, Vrajdan. I think you've had enough of emotional roller coasters recently, so I think you deserve some rest. Why don't you go back to your woman and we'll figure out the rest for now, okay? As for smuggling you back to your archive, that will be discussed at a later point. He says, yes, of course, and Marita, I truly am sorry. I did not wish to harm you. She says, do not worry about it, I understand. If anything, I was surprised for you to be able to keep yourself safe like that. And he says, well, when you have a target painted on your neck your entire own life, you learn a thing or two. Yeah, sadly it was used in the wrong manner.
Well, good thing I'm here to protect her. If you ever act out again, I say as I flex
those non-existent muscles that can still bench quite a lot with enough vitae. But yeah, Vladimir, why don't you send Vrajdan off the house and we can discuss what to do later.
Sure thing, Mom.
So I guess you and Vrajdan leave the house.
Yep.
As you're leaving, Radust passes by you and, gives you a note of respect and enters the house. Do you want to speak with Vrajdan about anything in private?
As I am escorting him to the edges of Stitch's illusion field, I'm just gonna ask him, how did it feel?
The torpor?
Yeah, being staked through the heart.
Well, it's not pleasant, I can tell you that. Also, it hasn't happened. It has happened to me a couple of times. It's bad, but it's not as bad as being in actual torpor. You just are stuck in those few moments before the stake was put in in your heart, and you get to relieve them, to experience it all over again. It's it can damage your mind.
Well, hopefully you help us enough before you damage it too hard.
Oh, trust me, it would take more than this to damage mine.
That was the dumbest thing to say.
Do you want to go back?
No, fuck it.
Fuck it, let's go. So yeah, he says, look, even despite this, I do respect your sect for what it is and for what it's doing. Talon's move on genociding a specific sect in order to gain more control is, if nothing else, not honest. It does not abide by kindred traditions. And Dharma, if she's to ally with him, I can... what I'm trying to say is that I do not feel forced into this alliance.
That's
despite
good.
The circumstances.
That's good. I mean, why let the stake in the heart get in the way of a good friendship?
Yeah, why should we? As you reach the border and he starts to realize where exactly you are, he shakes your hand and takes a taxi towards the deep south of neo-sofia. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm gonna pick my nose for a few moments.
Very ladylike.
Of course.
As you're doing that, someone catcalls you, like, "Oh, you must be the hottest woman I've ever seen." Like, stick that finger deeper, baby.
It's all for you, baby. I'm gonna go back to the house.
All right.
I'm gonna see how Marietta feels, how she's holding up after she woke up.
Yeah, well, in her eyes, you can see that she's not entirely there all the time. You know, there are moments in which she just seems to freeze and stare at the distance. But outside of that, she seems normal. She doesn't have that usual flirty, snarky tone in her voice. Yeah, she does seem a little bit too serious. But
It makes me sad. That means I have to be snarky for the both of us.
Oh no. What have I done?
Oh no, the balance must be kept.
Balance must be kept.
So,
One snarky and one gloomy. So yeah. Apparently while we were gone, Mother Siva and Radust have left the house to meet some important members of the Crown.
Stitch was told to contact.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, so it's just me and Marietta. Okay, what's our next move, boss?
I'm so fucking dumb. I was planning to do something that involved Vrajdan, and now I sent him away.
Actually,
No.
I forgot my phone, he says as he walks through the front door.
Yeah. Catch him, don't let him go. No, anyways, Vrajdan is gone. Session changed. Let's go. Improvise from here on.
Oh, God.
So Marietta says, what Vrajdan said, that learning something more from Rosa Maria might be essential, especially now that we know Tarnov was the notary of the previous prince. This entire war may just be a brick in a much larger wall that he's building. So actually right now the question is, are we falling into a trap by playing by his rules and becoming involved in the war? I mean, they have pretty much involved us forcefully in, but is the right response for us to actually play along?
Well, let's think about it logically. Three possible outcomes. Either he wipes us out, he gets his culling of the kindred, possibly regains authority after whatever the fuck happened at that meeting. Outcome number 2, we win the war, we depose him, we have our own puppet be the Prince of Sofia. At this point, there's hardly any plan that could factor this in, because obviously if this is the outcome, he will not be a player on the map anymore.
Unless he wants to install the Crowns in power in order to disturb the balance and involve kindred from outside of Sofia.
Well, that's too fucking bad, because whatever he wants, he's not gonna get much use of our puppet post-mortem.
That is if we kill Tarnov.
Do you not plan on killing him?
Of course. The thing is, if we can. Tarnov was already an established kindred when I was embraced. So he has survived quite a lot of coups before. As you can see, he has survived much more than we can even remember.
Well, then we go to option number 3.
Yeah, which is?
Stalemate.
Stalemate.
He, from what I've seen, is banking on a very swift success, or a very quick resolution to this war. He wants to. He needs to see results quickly for either of his schemes for not to work. Either he takes us out, he regains his popularity, maybe even takes back his territories with extra, or we fall into this hypothetical trap, which I still don't believe is even feasible. But if we drag this war out, I mean, we have fucking blood magic on our side. We are easily capable of stalemating him, no matter how much resources he throws at us. That's when he and his allies will probably not be very happy. Probably begin infighting. The thing about this is his coalition is very, very shaky, whereas we are, well, not exactly monolithic, but definitely more united than him and his friends.
That is definitely our strength right now. The question is that we should help the Cartians and maybe even Dharma realize that they gain more from abandoning their alliance with Tarnov than winning a war against us. Because, trust me, there are many who set their sights on the southern territories.
I mean, there's some decent real estate here, yeah.
Yeah, indeed. The Cartians, they need more smuggling routes. Perhaps maybe we can give them those smuggling routes.
So you do mean to establish an alliance with the other covenants?
The Circle has been known to make alliances with both the Invictus and the Cartians in the past. It is not like our views of the world crash that directly. That is possible. That is possible. Especially Tuma and Svrakta. Those two seem to think much more like a Crown rather than an Invictus. After all, they're Gangrel.
That's a fair point. Oh, I did actually meet Svrakta. Yeah. Fun guy, that one.
You did. And you lived to tell the story.
Well, you know me, I'm a tough broad.
She cracks a smile. For the first time tonight. Second time tonight. She says, yeah, this might be something worth thinking and discussing about. Although nothing comes to mind for us to do tonight. Since your initiation is coming soon, why don't you take a day off of all of these heavy thoughts and heavy experiences that we are constantly forcing you in? There will be plenty of that after the initiation. Why don't you take a stroll in the city?
Sure thing. I was feeling a bit peckish. Would you care to join me on the hunt, or would you... I think you should probably rest up here.
Yes, I think for tonight I'm going to keep it cozy and clean.
I do deeply hope that you feel better in time. And for now, I will be leaving you.
She nods and says, and again, thank you, Vladimir. In these days, it is not uncommon for child and sire to be at odds against each other, especially when your embrace was not conventional.
I do not want to know about my embrace right now. Maybe some time in the future, but...
What I mean is that I appreciate deeply your loyalty to me. And I will repay that properly.
Okay, you know what? Scratch that, Mom. You've piqued my interest. Why was my embrace unconventional?
Non-conventional.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now is a good time as any. We were making the plan of using Tarnov's weak moment after the death of his mage in order to allow him to get more Ventru in his ranks. We just knew he wasn't going to pass the chance. So we carefully picked you out. We knew you were a doer in Sofia, that you were a smart woman who knew how to manipulate the people around her. Of course, you do not remember that, but we did have something like a date in which
Oh my.
in which you were embraced. I drank you dry, and then I let you drink from my boat, after which I left, knowing that the less you knew, the better would be for Tarnov to believe that you are just another Ventru embraced by mistake and thrown away by a sire that's too afraid to take responsibility.
And you knew I was going to boomerang back into the circle.
Well, we knew that you wouldn't like to be controlled by someone like Tarnov. You just didn't seem like that kind.
Yeah, that was spot on.
When it comes to embracing, kindred do have the experience of picking the proper child most of the time. There are, of course, some troublesome miscalculations every now and then.
Yeah. I wonder if I'll ever be a matron. Anyway, okay. Thanks for the story. I'm going to let you rest now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have a nice night on the city.
You make sure you do. And with that, Vladi goes partying.
Yes, I do.
Hell yeah. So Vladimir is traveling towards what? The center maybe? Or
Yes, the center sounds good.
the center. What do you feel like to be your hunting ground tonight? You don't really have an established hunting ground in the center, nor in South Sofia. Maybe that's something that we have to work on in the future.
Possibly in the future.
Mm-hmm.
For now, I'm feeling like a cheap pub.
A cheap pub. All right. Cheap pubs there are on. How do you say it in English?
A dime a dozen?
No. I'm talking about Popa. This is a specific place in Sofia with the statue of Saint Patriarch Eftimi,
Yeah.
I believe, which is just called Popa, which means the priest or whatever. So around that place, there are a couple of good but cheap pubs.
Yeah, I'm going to avoid Visheka.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I believe is still blown up in this narrative.
Oh, yeah. It's not
Or
even
something like
renovated.
that.
Okay.
It had an accident.
Anyway, I'm just going to... Fuck it. Dewars.
Diors. Let's go.
Are there Dewars in...
I was thinking that Visheka is Diors
Oh,
in this world, but maybe it is not. So let's say Diors exists as well.
Okay.
Maybe we should talk about sponsorship. Diors.
Sure, because they want to be associated with us murderous creatures of the night.
With this, yes. So yeah, you go to Diors, the usual alternative music night. Some early 2000s kids.
Fucking some 41.
Yeah,
The
teenagers
Offspring.
doing inappropriate things to each other on the next table.
I just saunter in like, how do you do, fellow kids?
They look at you like, oh, who the hell is this? And they continue doing their stuff.
Is there anyone who isn't underage there?
Yes, total of 2 people. One of them is the barman.
Oh, fuck. The other one?
The other one is a random guy who is talking with the barman.
Fuck it. It'll do. I sit next to the guy.
Yep.
Order myself tall glass of vodka.
They say, can I see ID?
Oh, sure thing. Pull out my ID card.
Oh, wow, for you. You're actually not another kid. All right.
Thanks for the compliment.
What brings you tonight?
Just kind of thirsty.
Quiet! And she just starts screaming at one of the tables of children who are being too loud or something. Yeah, sorry about that.
Just kind of feeling the thirst.
Yeah, I get you. How about we're doing shots with my friend over here. Want to join us?
Ooh, Sure, why not? Fuck it.
So she does some strange mixture that you cannot recognize exactly what it is, but soon 3 shots per person are given. Like, cheers.
I am raising one of the shots, and as I look into the dude's eyes, I will use Ye Old Faithful Dominate.
Hell yeah. Roll me whatever you roll.
That's 6 dice. Great success.
Well, I had 2, so though this guy is still quite solid as a mind. Young and bright, very untouched by, the things that destroy people, like women, drugs, alcohol, or men, we don't judge. Anyone can destroy you. So yeah, this guy is quite clean in that sense.
Yeah.
But still, you do manage to penetrate his mind. What do you command?
Drink my shots.
Drink my shots? Sure, weakling. And he just cuts himself off, 6 shots. And the barmaid is like, oh, whoa, dude, you okay? Like, why do you make him do that? Why do you do this stupid shit like this?
It's an inside joke. It's fine.
You know each other?
Yeah. I'm gonna take him outside, freshen him up, call him a taxi.
We just sat here. You just made him drink 6 shots, and now you're gonna send him home?
Listen. It's some deep lore, okay? It's difficult to explain.
You okay with this? She asks the guy, and he's kind of like, because he's mesmerized. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you should take him home.
Right?
Wow.
I fucking know, my friends.
Why did you waste my alcohol like that?
I did not waste your alcohol. See, okay.
I mean, if you're gonna put him like this is a waste of alcohol. It's to be enjoyed, damn it.
I lean real close to her, and I just say, we are gonna go back to my place, and we are going to play dominoes, okay? It's a tradition. You don't fuck with tradition, okay?
Okay.
That's something we do.
Okay. This is now an ASMR podcast.
So I take the dude outside, take him to a small alleyway,
Yep.
just sink my teeth into him.
All right. As you're sinking your teeth in his neck, he seems sort of semi-conscious and is like, yo, I was gonna say maybe we should go on a date first or whatever, and then and then you just start drinking the boot. Yeah. How much do you wanna?
4.
4. All right, so 4. It's good stuff. You get 4 vitae, and he is not only clean mind, also quite high quality boot. In the sense of, you get a feeling like this from people that are university students. Well, not exactly university students, because they're also quite a lot of destroyed hobo-esque university students, but yeah,
I feel very
this guy is like a proper academic of some sort, or just like an honest worker or anything, but his life force, very quality, very tasty.
Nice.
Yeah.
Plus, I just drank the shots through him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him a cab.
Yep. The cab comes and is like, oh no, hell no, this guy is gonna puke on my seats. I'm not taking this guy.
I look at the dude. I take this dude's face. Turn
Don't
to
touch
me.
my face.
No, not the taxi driver's face. The
Hey,
drunk.
don't touch his face.
I can do whatever with that. I ask him, "Are you going to puke?"
Yeah.
Fucker. Okay, well, if you drive him to this address, and I tell the address out of his ID card, you get an extra $50.
Hell no. Hell no.
60.
You think these seats cost 60 mir lev?
70.
100.
75.
105. Last offer. Dude, you have 5 resources. You can literally pay him 10 times what he just said.
Obviously I can, but I'm having too much fun haggling with this stupid... Okay, fine. 115.
I like how you do business. Get in the car! Yes. And the guy just... in the backseat.
I shove him in, just like... give the taxi driver the money. And I tell him, if my friend calls me tomorrow and he didn't receive your best service, you're gonna hear from my lawyer.
Yeah, sure. I only give my best service. Whatever. Just shuts the car and drives off. And like 5 seconds later, you can already hear him. No, stop this! No, no, no!
Just the car swerving.
Yeah.
Awful. Well, now that that's taken care of, I'm gonna call Brother Philip.
Brother Philip. Hello, Vladimir, is that you?
Hey.
Greetings, sweetheart. What are you doing tonight?
Well, I was thinking, you told me about that gal that had man problems.
Oh, yes, yes.
Can you give me more details on the job?
Oh, yes. Thank you for taking interest in this. Yeah, this is definitely going to help. Yes, I can send you the address on Messenger after we finish the conversation. As for the job, well, she does need someone to support her, right? So we can't just beat the shit out of the guy and leave her deal with the mess, right? But if we can just like give him a proper scare, that can be enough. You know, it's a little bit of fine waters, but I'm sure someone like you is much more familiar with situations like this than dear old me.
Well, I'll do my best.
Thank you so much, Vladimira. This is highly appreciated. Also, I just received an invitation for your initiation, which seems to be dangerously close. How do you feel about that?
Oh, well, I guess I am a bit nervous, but I think I've earned it.
If you need to talk with someone about it, I'm always free for a conversation.
Appreciate the offer. I might take you up on that.
Always yours. Thank you very much, Vladimira. Have a wonderful night and good luck.
I definitely will.
Oh man, I love Brother Philip. So it's so awesome to play this NPC.
Yeah. Such a sweetheart. Okay.
Anyways, you do get the address, which is in Saint Trinity.
Yeah.
That is a district that was previously controlled by Dharma. You're not too sure how exactly it is being managed right now, with this whole redistribution of power and territories and everything. But yeah. Also, it's the district in which, with the police department that investigated you as a human.
Oh yeah. Fuck. Wasn't the... What was the cop's name?
Inspector Romanov, I believe.
Oh yeah. I think it was also Philip.
Yeah, he was Philip Romanov.
Okay, well, anyway. I go to the address.
Mm-hmm. How? By foot? Taxi?
Well, I'm gonna taxi there.
Mm-hmm. Where to, miss?
Oh, the St. Trinity Park.
All right. Good idea to take a cab. It's a little bit too dangerous these days over there. You know, with the police curfew in the district and everything.
Yeah, I heard about this serial killer over there who...
Really?
Who was found in his den eating rats.
Wow.
I think Augie was his name.
That just sucks. Eating rats?
Yeah.
No, I mean killing people.
Oh, fuck. Damn. Horrible.
Yeah, but also eating rats?
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck is up with that?
Oh, damn. Anyways,
There's so many good humans there.
Yep, and the taxi goes, reaches St. Trinity. Where does it stop exactly? Oh, you mean, we just said the address, right?
Oh, I said St. Trinity's Park.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to have a bit of a walk.
Yeah, all right. So the address is somewhere behind Arena. That's a giant cinema complex.
Yeah.
Arena West, which is also the hunting territory for Spacian, the sheriff of Dharma.
Oh my. Well, I am going to use my obfuscate to become a face in the crowd passing by these hunting grounds.
There are a couple of drunk teenagers that seem to be walking down the street, so you just kind of blend in behind them. You know, they don't seem to pay attention.
They start randomly talking to them like, yeah, I mean, dude, fucking Minecraft, bro. Fucking Fortnite.
Is that how you said? You just say, yeah, Minecraft, Fortnite.
Yeah.
Minecraft, yeah. Am I right, kids? Fortnite.
VTubers, bro.
VTubers.
Alive.
Yeah. They just start laughing at you. But do strike a conversation as you're moving around. Yeah, you do reach the address. It's the standard panel building. People's pants hanging from each of the balcons.
Balconies.
Yeah,
The balcons are different.
Yeah. Balconies, yeah. The address is on the last floor.
Is the entrance to the building locked?
Yeah.
I'm going to try and pick the lock.
Roll me a walkpick. Dexterity plus walkpick, please.
Yes, sir. That's 5 dice. I often forget that she is also a thief.
A woman of many virtues is what I was going to say, but more like traits.
1 success.
One success. It's an old rusty walk. You have like you can totally bet that people have constant problems with this walk, but you do manage to open it nevertheless.
Excellent. I'm going to go up to the last floor. Ring the bell.
You can hear some serious pop folk from the inside. And it seems like nobody opens the door. Maybe they did not hear you the first time.
I'm going to ring the doorbell again.
All right. You can notice the pose of someone approaching. Very regular pose. Someone who either has a condition or has drunk quite seriously.
What does the door look like?
It's one of those old metal doors. You know, that's it's the second door to the apartment, right? You have a standard door, which is a wooden one, and you have a metal door, which doesn't really give any extra defense most of the time. But, you know.
But it's still made of metal.
It's still made of metal, yeah. The door is opened. Yeah. What the fuck do you want?
May I come in?
Oh, so yeah, actually, the guy who opens the door is handsome-looking man. If he was not drunk as hell, his cheeks swollen from the alcohol. I mean, maybe it's appropriate to say that he actually wears a wife-beater tank top,
yeah,
and trousers, standard worker guy's trousers. Come in. Who the hell are you? Hey, are you expecting somebody? And you hear no from the inside.
Is it the woman's voice?
Yep.
Is this the woman Philip was talking with?
Good question. Roll me a what? To recognize her. Wits plus composure.
Very well. That's 5 dice.
Okay, we do have successes.
A single one.
Yep, it does seem to be her.
Well, I don't want to cause a scene.
Do you see this as a player or as a character?
I say this is a player.
Okay.
But I still want to scare him off. So... Oh my. Yeah, okay. Fuck. I'm going to look him in the eyes. Oh, this is so fun. I'm going to look him in the eyes. and I'm gonna dominate him.
Okay.
I will use willpower on this though.
Okay. Oh no, that's a lot of 5 successes. Critical hit. So, like the previous guy, he had a mental barrier in the sense of this guy understands that media can manipulate you, and you're reinforced to, doubt things that people say and stuff like that. This guy has none. You just look him in the eyes and you're already in his mind, and it's a junkyard.
Excellent.
It's a shit show.
So for the mesmerize, I'm just gonna say, listen carefully, and I'm going to activate the Iron Edict for 1v10.
But I guess you first need to give me a mesmerize command. Oh, that is listen carefully.
Listen carefully.
Okay, yes, I understand. Okay, so you spend 1 vitae for Iron Edict, right?
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I'm just gonna go over the specific rules so I don't get it wrong.
No worries. I believe Iron Edict is basically a longer sentence.
Longer sentence, but also
mind manipulation.
Obviously, mind manipulation, but the thing is, you get as many. Oh no, it's Entombed Command. The thing I was thinking of. But Iron Edict has a duration depending on how many successes you have. And my Iron Edict would be every time you swallow, no matter if it's food, saliva, or whatever, you're going to respect your wife. Sadly, the Entombed Command is almost indefinite.
Yeah.
This will work for, I think it was 5 days.
Okay.
For the 5 successes. And also, if you stop doing that afterwards, we're going to have a talk again. That's my Iron Edict.
Okay. He looks at you and he's like, "The fuck? Are you stupid?" And you can see him like having hard time to swallow something in his mouth. And look, it's a very busy night. I don't really want to buy anything, whatever you're selling. I have a wife I have to take care of. Do you mind if you just go?
Of course.
He just shuts the door, and you can hear the pop folk changing to like a awkward sensual music. And like, "Yo, babe, how about the dance, eh? Wanna respect the shit out of you." Oh man, this is such an inappropriate commentary on domestic abuse and how to solve it.
Yeah.
Like, we literally did not respect this topic. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go on. Another day, that would be fixed.
Yeah, Andy, you should pick your players better. I'm a horrible person.
I'm also a horrible person. Nobody else wants to play with me.
Okay, well,
No worries.
That's
Sadly,
taken
today
care
we
of.
are not going to defeat domestic abuse, but soon. I promise. I
Yeah.
promise. One step at a time.
As soon as Vladimira is the prince, fucking femdom. All day, every day.
Welcome to the queendom.
No balls uncrushed. That's my campaign slogan.
No balls uncrushed. Vice President Marietta de Ventru.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, well,
So this was strangely quickly solved. What do you want to do with the rest of your night?
I am going to call Brother Philip. I'm going to tell him the situation is covered for at least the next week. However, we must monitor him further.
Oh, of course. I'm going to. I mean, I have a meeting with her almost every few days, so I'll be sure to make to keep in touch. Thank you so much, Vladimir. I knew I can count to you for such a thing. You can count this as a favor owed.
Oh, that's a free favor for you, my friend.
All right. I do appreciate it highly.
Well, you know what they say.
I don't.
The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb.
Nice. It's good to find someone who knows the full phrasing. Thank you. I am glad to have you among us. I do think that great changes will come with you.
Oh, indeed.
All right, Vladimir. Hey. No, nothing.
Oh,
we'll talk another night. Don't worry about it.
You've piqued my interest now.
I don't want to tease you.
Oh, but you have to.
I'm sure it's just we have a couple of members of the Brotherhood that haven't been able to contact them. One of them I've sent Boris, the other kindred that you saw at the sect, to just see what's going on. But the other girl, she's a little bit more distant from the others, and stuff like that. I was wondering if you could. If I can give you her number, and maybe you can just call in to check on her, see if everything is fine. You're a friendly face, I'm sure.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Please let me know if everything is all right.
Okay, just send me her number.
All right. Thank you. So.
What a quest chain this is.
Yeah, like I saw, I have all these NPCs and they all need help. So can you buy milk from this guy? Can you solve domestic abuse? And so on. Yeah, so he sends a number. And
I'm going to call it.
So when you press the number, right, and it votes in your, how do you say?
The contacts list.
Yeah. It says that this contact is already in your telephone.
Oh, shit.
Yes, and it says Veselo.
You son of a bitch.
I know.
I'm just gonna...
And actually, in the message, he says her name is Maria.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, I am going to call her, ask how she is, say that I would like to visit her, to check up on her.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you start calling the phone, and since it's a little bit too late, like 1 or 2 in the evening, but she picks up and says, "Oh, hey, Vladi, how's it going?
Oh, it's
why do you always call me so late?
Oh, the night shifts, I just wanted to check up on you, see if you're feeling better."
Oh, thank you. Honestly, not really. Like, I think after last night, it's becoming a little bit worse. But nothing. I feel it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I was at the doctor today. He said that just my iron is to the ground, which has happened before. Honestly.
Do you need me to bring you anything?
Not really. I don't want to bother you.
Oh, come on. You're never bothering me. I insist.
Is there anything that you might want? How about maybe another movie night? Just chill to talk a bit about stuff.
Sure thing. Let's do it.
Though I might very well fall asleep immediately. I'm really not doing very well.
It's okay.
Okay, so see you then, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know where I live.
I'm gonna grab a taxi.
Yeah.
And go to her address.
All right.
And I'm going to buy, if there are any 24-hour shops around, buy a box of chocolates.
Oh, all right.
They help in these types of situations, kinda.
When you drink your girlfriend's blood and
then give her chocolates. Yeah.
You give her chocolates.
Romance,
man. I think this also counts as domestic abuse. Maybe we're really not the solution. We are the problem. Yeah. I think we are the problem. Anyways,
shut the heck off. I'm gonna ring her doorbell.
Yeah, she opens.
Give her the box of chocolates. Give her a...
You're too sweet. She
give
starts
her
crying.
A big ol' hug. There. Everything's okay. What movie do you want to watch?
Well, yesterday it was vampires. So how about we watch, I don't know, how do you feel about magic and stuff?
What do you have in mind?
I don't know, Harry Potter maybe, or no, that's silly. You probably are not a fan.
I'm the biggest Potterhead you've ever seen.
Really? What's your house?
Hufflepuff.
Okay, I can appreciate that. I would say you give me some Slytherin vibes, honestly, but
Well,
maybe Ravenclaw.
I might Slytherin beside you on the couch.
Okay, you can stop that. So yeah, you put on the Ultra Mega Giga Compilation Extended Edition Harry Potter 127, but at the same time, yeah, whatever version. Yeah, sorry, I'm turning down my comedy, so this is not the right game for it. So you put on Harry Potter 1. No, you put on Harry Potter. Where's the one where things get dark? 4?
I have no fucking idea.
Okay. 4. The one where people die.
Harry Potter and the one where people die.
Harry Potter and people die.
Okay. So I don't plan on feeding off of her, so I guess we're just
Gross.
gonna... Yeah.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, obviously. I think we should just spend a calm night chatting occasionally.
Yeah. She says, I have this weird group of friends that, let's call them associates, that kind of keep asking how I am and doing and everything, but I don't really want to talk with them right now. But my phone has been exploding in the past 2 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they can be kind of clingy, but I guess it's okay. It's, yeah. Like, how would you react if I tell you I'm in something like, let's say Alcoholics Anonymous or whatever?
Well,
Do I look the part?
that depends. How would you react if I told you I already knew that?
And she kind of lifts her head and looks in the eye. What?
Well, Maria, Brother Philip has been quite worried about you. It appears we have a few mutual friends, you and I.
She actually goes back a little bit on the couch and says, "Wait, are you part of the Brotherhood?"
No. I'm just friends with him. He said he was worried about one of his associates, and when I saw that
This is so awkward.
the number he gave me was actually your number, well, I mean, that kind of piqued my interest.
Oh, this is so awkward. No. I'm sorry, we can't date anymore. She says.
Understandable. Have a nice night.
End of session. No. She says. I mean, she does say that, but no. I'm sorry. I'm joking. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm joking. Oh, this makes everything so complicated. Why? Why is the world so small? Okay, so first of all,
because they walled us off.
yes, actually, that's a good reason. We're prisoners in this damn city. Okay, so first of all, my name is Vesela.
I know.
They just don't know that.
I
would
figured.
Highly appreciate if I keep this wall between myself and them.
Scouts
it's just
on there.
that I really don't know how to handle them. They are like, there is something creepy about Brother Philip, you know. I am on the lines of feeling that this is a scam, but he's just too nice and he really doesn't benefit from all of this. He makes us do this weird bloodletting thing, which I don't participate in, and good thing I don't, because I might die with this anemia I'm having or anything. But yeah, it's just it has a dark aura.
Well, that's... I know what you're talking about. See, it's kind of weird because Brother Philip, kindest man I've ever known. It's the people that go there that kind of make it seem a bit culty.
That's a very good word. I haven't thought about it, but cult? Am I in a cult?
No.
Oh, no.
Thing is, I've talked about all the Brotherhood activities with him, it's at its core, it's an emotional support group. The thing is, for some reason, some of the people there kind of get too enmeshed in the whole secret society thing and make it seem like a cult. But don't worry, if you just listen to them, everything is gonna be fine.
Wow, this is so awkward. I didn't imagine I'll be talking about me being in a cult on my third date with somebody. Is this our third date?
Technically speaking, yeah.
I mean, yeah, sorry. The third and the second don't look very well compared to the first one. But I'll pay you back, I promise.
I'm counting on it.
How do you feel about this thing that's been going on with us? I mean, I do kind of take it seriously. I do take it serious. Even though, I mean, we've talked and watched a movie, which is not a lot by any standard, but I feel like I can share with you.
Vesi, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a very, very dangerous person. You just don't know what you're getting yourself into.
I don't know how to react to that. So, is this no? Is this we should stop seeing each other?
I'm just messing with you. I'm quoting a movie.
Fuck off! Fuck off! Get out of my house right now! Oh, curse you!
Well, I mean, I like him. You seem like, without exaggeration, one of the liveliest, most energetic people around. And just being around you makes me happy. So, yeah, I guess it is serious.
Hell yeah.
With that, she just falls asleep because...
Because she has a name called you. Yeah, she pretty much says something like, oh, that's good, and then just collapses on the...
On the couch?
Yeah, on the couch.
Well, another fine date.
Date? Question mark. All right. You can notice the sun starting to kind of show in the morning sky. And you feel that your body starts to become tired.
Well, then I'm going to go back to Crown HQ.
Mm-hmm. Are you sure you have enough time, though? Because this conversation kind of took a while. And you might fall asleep.
Next to her?
No, I mean during the travel.
Oh.
During the commute.
Well...
Yeah, just
where did we say
time flies by with the extended edition of Harry Potter and the people who die.
And the people who die.
Yeah, that's a canon movie in this universe from now on. Harry Potter and the people who die.
Okay, which part of the city was she in?
That's a very good question. I don't remember. I think we said the center.
I can just pull a classic and just go into Fisheka, but that doesn't seem like the best idea. Can I, instead of a taxi, call on Radost?
Do you have Radost's phone?
Can I find Radost's phone?
All right. How? Who do you call?
I'm gonna call Stitch.
It's your best buddy, Stitch.
Oh yeah. I just love bothering her.
Let's see if Stitch is already falling asleep, though.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah. Stitch does not respond.
That's not good.
Yeah. That's definitely not good. I mean, she has anemia. Maybe she won't notice if you're a corpse. Or maybe she will.
Maybe she shouldn't even see me there. Fuck. Okay, let me think. Can I go into her basement?
Good question. So the question is, does she have access to the basement herself?
I don't care. I can pick the lock.
Oh, true. Absolutely true.
I'm just going to let her sleep,
Yeah.
leave the apartment, go down to the...
No messages this time?
Nah, fuck it, she knows what I mean. By leaving inexplicably.
She gets me.
Yeah. Gonna go to the basement. I'm going to pick the lock.
Romeo, walk pick. Larceny plus dexterity.
5 dice. 3 successes.
3 successes. All right, so this is much easier than the walk you had to pick earlier. So yeah, you open and you see winter tires from top to bottom.
But wait, that's the common basement space of the... So it's not just her basement, it's the basement for the whole block.
Okay, so you see a corridor with random winter tires rolling around.
Tall enough stack for me to jump into.
Just insert dead body.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Fuck it, that's what I do.
Yeet into the...
As I'm getting cozy inside the tires.
Cozy inside the tires.
Yeah, I'm gonna call Brother Philip to tell him that she's alright.
When you're inside the tires, right?
Yeah.
So like your hand barely reaches your ear, and like...
Yeah, she's fine. She's just feeling a bit under the weather.
Brother Philip does not answer as well.
Fuck it, I'm gonna send him a text.
Yeah, what does the text say?
Maria is fine. She's just feeling a bit under the weather.
Alright.
And I'm gonna fall asleep like a cocoon.
Like a cocoon surrounded by man-made plastic Michelin in the basement of this girl that you know from 3 dates and you have almost killed, and she's kind of becoming dependent and everything. What can go wrong? What can go wrong indeed? We'll find next episode. This was a shorter one, but thank you all for listening. No technical difficulties this time.
Just brain difficulties?
Yep. So thank you for listening and see you next time, which might be the grand finale, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, I do feel like it's about time this test season to come to an end.
Hell yeah.
And then we can do a big time skip and start properly playing Vladimira's Ascension. Towards what? We'll find out eventually. Yep. Have a good night, folks. And domestic abuse is no joke.
Bye-bye.